So hey there. I just wanted to go live. I'm gonna start doing this more on YouTube. I've been doing it on TikTok and I need to do it on YouTube. So look, we're coming up on the new year. So I wanted to slow things down a little bit and just chat with whoever shows up. Let's have a real conversation. What are you carrying forward from this year that's ending into the new one? What are you going to leave behind? And, well, what do you want to show up next? What do you want to happen in the new year? I want this to be an interactive live discussion, and I'll read the chats. And if you watch this afterwards, after the live is ended, please leave a comment and I'll respond. So, look, the new year's upon us in about what, 4 or 5 days. Uh, so let's reflect. How was 2025 for you? And what are you looking forward to in 2026? Anything in particular? I mean, let's make it easy. Drop one word to describe 2025 for you, and then another word, one word, so you're going to have two words. What do you want the next year to be for you? I should put it that way. I'm going to stop saying years because I want this to be something that we can use every year. So, the year that's ending, describe it in one word. The year that's coming up, describe what you want out of it in one word. Let me know. See, gonna take a little minute to see if anybody shows up. It's kind of an impromptu. It wasn't a planned live or anything. It just decided to go live. Like I said, I've been doing lives on TikTok and I enjoy them. I will admit sometimes there's some weird messages, but that's what the block button is for. So I hope I don't encounter that here on, YouTube. Hello, Delilah. Hello, Waylon. I decided to go live. I want to do a little bit of a reflection, have a discussion with you all. Drop in the chat one word to describe how this past year has been for you, and another one word to describe what you want this upcoming year to be for you. What are you looking out of this coming year to bring you? Because I know this year we're ending, been a little crazy sometimes. I'm doing well, Regina. How are you? How are you? Hello, Delilah. Hello, Waylon. Hello, Regina. So drop a note in the chat, guys. How has this year been for you? What are you looking forward from the next year? And I'll just do mine verbally. This year that's ending has been eye-opening, and I'll explain it. As an African American woman, born and raised in America, I have depressing, and you're only 10. Bless your heart. And next year exciting. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I like that, Delilah. Depressing and exciting, and yeah, I can definitely see how you thought that. For me, one eye opening for this year that's ending, and the one that's coming up, hopeful. That's what I would describe. Yeah. So, how was Christmas for you guys? Mine went really well. Enjoyed having the day off, that's for sure. Oh, Robin, thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate that. Wow, that's amazing. Guys, tell me. It was so good. I got a lot of art stuff. So you like to draw, Delilah? That's awesome. I have a little cousin. She likes to draw stuff too. She likes to draw too. Oh, thanks for the likes. I appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So, is there anything you guys can lead this discussion? I just wanted to, reflect on the year that's ending and the one that's coming up. But if you guys want to talk about something else, let me know because I want to know about what what kind of lessons did anybody learn this year. Um, I drew a wolf with a wolf inside howling and with a moon and trees. Holy crow! Hello, Kakashi Samurai. Hello. Delilah, I bet you that's a heck of a picture. That's very detailed. That's awesome. You drew a dragon. Oh, you know what? I like dragons. Um, I've always been intrigued by dragons. Dragons and unicorns. Mythical, too. I guess they're mythical characters or make believe characters, whatever, but I've always been intrigued by them. Okay, I don't want to misspell or not misspell, but mispronounce your name. Costilla? RF. I'm sorry, R5F. I did say it wrong. I'm so sorry. Hello. Learn to be careful of who I be friends with. Yes. And I'm glad that you have learned that. Always remember that because that is so true. Always be careful about telling your business to people too. It's just, and once somebody shows you who they truly are, that's who they are. Remember that too. Yeah. Yeah. That's a hard lesson to learn, but yeah. I'm not doing any New Year's resolutions. What I'm going to do is try to focus on what I would like to happen in the new year, which again, I said I'm hopeful. And I have goals I want to achieve that I want to work on. And my number one goal for the new year is paying off my house, my mortgage. So, what about you, Delilah? Do you have any goals, or if you want to call them resolutions, what do you have for the new year? And are you really only 10? Because I said this wasn't, and I'm not saying anything. Get better grades in school. That's a good goal. Good goal. School is very important. I know you may not think it is, but it's very important. You will look back on it when you're done with school and think, one, you're happy it's done, but then two, you'll realize our society labels people. I mean, that's just how it is. You're going to be labeled a good student, a good citizen, you know, that's just how it is. So I'm glad you're focused on that. Hello to the new people that joined us. Having an open discussion. I wanted to reflect on the year that's ending and what everybody is looking forward to for the new year. So feel free to jump into the discussion. Yes, I love school and I love a lot of homework and I love to learn, but I have some problems with my strict teacher. You know what? Maybe your teacher is strict for a reason, and that not picking on you, just life, you have to have a lot of structure in your life, you know? And I know none of this is probably going to make sense to you now. You're so young, but in a few years, it'll all make sense. Hard to believe it. I remember being 10 and thinking I knew a lot of stuff, and you really don't. You may have a lot of book smarts. You said you get good grades, so that's great. But life is going to teach you a lot of stuff. And it will always teach you stuff. It still teaches me something every day. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is. What's your favorite subject in school, Delilah? It seems like you're the only one on here being chatty with me. So music. Oh yes, of course, because you like to draw, art, music. Yes, I can see that. I was not very good at art, but music I was. I one time I played the flute, and then I graduated, I guess you'd say, and I played the violin. I enjoy playing the violin. I did that for, gosh, from fifth grade through ninth or 10th grade. It's about 4 or 5 years. Yeah. When I was in school, I think my favorite subjects were math and science. I liked working with numbers. But yeah, I couldn't draw worth crap. Can't. I still can't draw anything. I admire people who can, because it amazes me. An artist can visualize something, and what they visualize, they put it down on paper, on canvas, or what have you. And I think that's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing that people can do that. And then when you have sculptors and they can sculpt something, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now we have 6 people in here. Why is not everyone not chatting? This is open discussion. I can't believe this is the last. It is the last Saturday of the year. Holy crow! I know. Um, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and I said, it seems like just 2 or 3 months ago, and we were saying Happy New Year, and now a few days from now we're gonna say Happy New Year again. So yeah, I agree with you on that, Delilah. Hey, for everybody that joined in, we're just talking about um, this past year and what you learned, what didn't go as you planned, and what you want for the new year, or it's just open discussion, whatever you want to talk about. I started the live out saying that I have been going live on TikTok quite a bit, and I decided to do the same on YouTube for 2 reasons. One, I enjoy going live, number one. And then two, I want to build my watch hours up because I do eventually, I would love to get monetized on YouTube. Just being honest. Just being honest. So, Delilah, are you guys out of school for next week too? Then you go back on what? That'll be on the 5th, I think. That's at least the school near me. That's when they go back. And Delilah, you might be the only one left in the room. Go back on the 7th. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yes, I know, of January. Yep. Well, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. I have these little. I don't want to do a retouch. Oh, wow. We can do effects. Okay, we don't want to do that. Well, do you want to talk about anything else, Delilah? Because I think you're the only one left in the room. I must be a really boring person. But that's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You got to build up your audience, build up people when they want to talk, so they'll talk about some stuff. What was that up there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Delilah. I appreciate that. And I'm sure the same can be said for you. I'm sure you're a beautiful young lady. And just from chatting with you for 10 minutes or so, you have a good head on your shoulder. You're going to go far, I believe. I truly believe that. And I wish the best for you. I also want to tell you, and I'm sure your parents have told you to, be careful when you are online, because I'm just speaking from experience. There's some crazy people out there, and they'll make crazy comments and stuff in live. So just please be careful. I don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want anything to happen to anybody for that matter. Do you have any pets? Yeah, someone. Yeah, people can be rude, and I think they're so rude online because it's different when you're not face to face with somebody and you can feel as if you can say anything when you're typing it versus when you have to verbally say it and look that person in the eye or just look at that person. It's different when you're just typing stuff. So yeah, people can be very rude, which is unfortunate. And anybody that's online on a regular basis, they've experienced that. And if they tell you they haven't, they're lying. I've experienced it. And even though I enjoy going live, like I said, I've been going live on TikTok for a few weeks. People make rude, crazy comments to me. But you know what the beautiful thing is? There's a block button. So I can just block that account and they can't say anything else. So that helps. But I have a dog named Luna and a cat named Sunny. You have a rooster, a hen, and one donkey. Oh, I'm sorry about passing. And they called to go into the pound. Two dogs. I'm sorry. It's always rough when you lose a pet. I have three dogs. I have a Siberian Husky, a German Shepherd mix, and a Pitty mix. So, yeah, I love animals too. I grew up, I was a cat person, love cats. And I still do, but I don't have any anymore. I have dogs now. But yeah, I love cats and dogs. Do you live on a farm? Because you were saying a rooster and a hen. Oh, the cat you have now is your sister's. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool. You live in a neighborhood, but the owner of the house gave them to you. Okay. So does your rooster crow early in the morning? You know, when the first sun up, when the sun comes up, wakes everybody up. I'm watching my Siberian Husky. He's up to some mischief over here. I gotta keep my eye on him. Hello to the person who joined us. This is just an open discussion. Mm, whatever you want to talk about. I didn't know that. So the rooster did crow, but when you got the hen, he stays quiet so she can sleep. That's pretty cool. I bet the hen is probably running the rooster then. She's in charge instead of the rooster. I didn't even know that was possible. That's cool. That's so cool. See, that's part of why I like doing lives. You get to talk to people and you learn something. Because, again, I never knew that was even possible about a rooster and a hen. So that's pretty cool. Did any of your teachers, Delilah, give you homework to be done while you were on vacation? She's the queen of the house, yes. If she's getting that rooster to be quiet and not to be crowing, yep, I bet that hen is the queen of the house. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. I think no matter what the species, female animals, they run the house. That's what I think. At one time I had, shoot, what did I have? Four cats and three dogs, or Was it 4 dogs, 3 cats? I don't remember. But anyway, I had a mix, and it was always the female cat that was running the house. Okay. They did, but I'm going to do it tomorrow because I've been drawing. Yes. Don't put it off till that Sunday, or no, you're going on the 7th, so that's what, a Tuesday. Don't put it off that day, the night before you go back to school. That'll be, I used to do that sometimes and I always regretted it. So, yeah, definitely do it early. Yeah. YouTube asked me to pin this up here, a common phrase that makes no sense. So I thought I'd pin it. Maybe somebody will come in and join us and answer the question. We can start discussing that. Wait, what's a common phrase? Anything that a lot of people say all the time. Like, let me think of one. What's a common phrase? Like, hello, how are you? Although that to me makes sense, but something like that. Let's see, common phrase that makes no sense. I don't know one of those myself. Let me think. A common phrase that makes no sense. I know one that a lot of people will ask, and it's not that it doesn't make sense, but they really don't want to know your answer. And that's, after they meet you, they'll say, hi, how are you? And then they'll, when the how are you part, they really don't want to know how are you. Because let's say you were having a crappy day and you're like, oh, I'm having a crappy day. My back hurts, my foot hurts, my head hurts, something like that. They don't want to know all that. They just want you to say, okay. So, I mean, it's not that it doesn't make sense. It's just something that people really don't want you to give a truthful answer to. And that tickles me sometimes. I'm tempted sometimes when people ask me that to say something crazy like, yeah, my head hurts or I don't feel good or something like that. But I don't. I'll just say, okay. Then ask them, well, okay, and then how are you? But yeah, and you'll learn that as you get older. People really don't want to know how you are, you know? So it's just, what do they call it? Polite conversation kind of thing. Wow, why is your friend always asking you, do you hate me? Wow. You know, I don't like to hear that. You guys are only 10 years old. Why are you worrying about somebody hating you? You know what? I feel for you little kids nowadays because, geez, when I was 10, I wasn't worried about somebody hating me. You see the hateful comment there? The rude comment? Report. Let's see. Harassment or bullying. Report. Don't worry about it, Delilah. And we're going to remove. But what did I say earlier? People will do that on the lives. And the person didn't even have to join the live, but they did, and then they come in there and do that. It was rude. But you know what? A lot of times when people do that, they have a crappy life and they're trying to make whoever they're making that rude comment to try to hurt their feelings or make their life crappy. That doesn't work with me. I find a way to report them and or delete or block. Life goes on. So, but yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it did. And that's life. That's social media. Again, like I said earlier, it's easier for somebody to be rude to you when they're typing versus talking to you one on one. Or if they're talking to you on the phone, they'll say some crazy stuff to you too. Because again, they're not in the same room with you. They're not looking at you when they're being rude. But, I hope YouTube handles them accordingly. And let's see if I can hide user from this channel. Excellent. And I did. So I can't come on here making any more crazy crap, crazy comments. There's always a way to fix it. That is true. I agree. And non-violently. No need to hit each other or do all any of that other stuff. Trying to see. I don't know how to take that down. And what's funny, that person made that comment like it was gonna hurt my feelings. I'm like, come on, dude. That doesn't mean anything to me. You are insignificant to me. What it shows is more about you than it does me. You have nothing else to do but to go on somebody else's live and make a rude comment to gain attention. So you're probably not getting any kind of attention, or nobody notices you. You're a nobody in your everyday life. And you're trying to do that here, trying to get a rise out of me to make me upset or angry. No, I will report and I will block. And that's what I did. My father used to tell me all the time, and there's a I'm going to paraphrase it because I never remember it word for word. You can please some of the people all of the time, but you can never please all of the people all the time, something like that. So there's always going to be somebody who's going to be upset with you, not agree with you, not whatever. It's going to be rude to you, basically. And that's just life, you know? But you don't have to put up with it. You know, stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself. Because if you don't, they will think, one, maybe you condone that behavior, or two, no, I can just keep talking about Buffy because she's not going to do anything. She has no backbone. You don't want people to think that. I agree. Sometimes when people are upset, they are so upset that they spread that upsetness and it spreads through the world, and that's how villains are made. Yeah, that's true. Like I said earlier, that person was probably, um, you know, their life is crappy and they're trying to make somebody else's life crappy, i.e., me. I'm not going to fall for that because you know what? And it's taken me a long time. Superheroes are kind people. I like that. I like the way you're thinking, Delilah. You're very smart for your age. I like that. But if you don't get anything else out of this live, Delilah, and I'm enjoying this conversation with you, you're saying you're 10, you have a head on your shoulder that's older and wiser than a 10-year-old. But I want you to and remember this, I'll probably be dead and gone. Learn to love yourself. Now, when I was growing up, I was fat. And I didn't think, I thought I was ugly and all that. I did not learn to love myself till I was 40 years old. But when I did, my world opened up. Okay. And when I say it opened up, I wouldn't tolerate people being rude to me because earlier I wouldn't say anything. I would just let it roll off, but it never would roll off. It would stick with me, and I would always replay. Well, I should have said this, or I should have done this. No, I don't tolerate that foolishness now, and I call it foolishness, mayhem, and debauchery. I don't tolerate that. I'm not rude to people. I don't want you to be rude to me. I give respect. I expect to get it back. Okay, so yeah, if you, I know you're 10 and you probably don't quite understand what I'm saying when I say learn to love yourself, but you will eventually. And when it clicks, when it happens, I think you're going to be like me. It's going to be like an epiphany, and your world's just going to open up, and you'll understand. And I tell you, it's a it is the greatest feeling when you love yourself because you won't settle for stuff, you won't tolerate stuff, and Like, it's just amazing. And growing up, when I was 10, 15, 20, I never thought I would get there to where I would love myself. But man, when I did, wow. Again, eye opening, amazing. Hey, we had somebody join us. Who else is in here chatting with us? Yeah, I need to see the light and learn to appreciate myself, because when you see your face, you have to think that God knew what he was doing and that he made a beautiful person. I agree. I definitely agree. And our society puts so much, what's the word I'm looking for? Emphasis on appearance, on physical appearance, and not enough on who's inside. What type of person are you inside? Again, let's go back to that person who made that rude comment. That's an ugly person. They may be very handsome. I think the name was Reed, so I'm saying they're a man. He may be very handsome on the outside, but he's ugly on the inside because he made that comment. So physical looks is that's not everything. It's about how or who you are on the inside. Hey, who joined us? Drop a comment. Oh, Nene went away. And it'll come with time. You will learn to appreciate yourself. And I think your art is going to help you. I've talked to other people who could really draw and were into art, and they used their art to express what was going on with them. That's another lesson. Don't hold stuff in. Get it out somehow, some way. Write it in a journal. Draw your art. Draw a picture, but get it out. If you hold on to your feelings, your anger, your um, disappointment, your sadness, that's not a good thing. It's just going to build and build and build, and you don't want that. Hello, who joined us? Drop a chat. Answer the question. What's a common phrase that makes no sense? Delilah and I would like to know. See, people are coming in and then leaving. That's weird. But that's life. That is life. Well, Delilah, I have enjoyed talking to you. But I think it's like a greedy millionaire with a lot of money. But when you see his or her personality, you will see a mean villain. But he or she wasn't always like that because someone did something to him or her. And this sometimes that, well, not more than sometimes, that usually is the case. Something happened to somebody and it made them mean or villain or greedy or out to hurt people. And sometimes people just, they want to hurt others before they get hurt because they think, they're going to get hurt. So yeah, I agree. Hello to the second person who joined us. Drop a chat. Chat with Delilah and I. We're having a good discussion here. Made them hate the world. Yeah, that's true. And it happens to a lot of people, unfortunately. Which is sad. The world didn't hurt you. It may have been one or two people or whatever, but it wasn't the whole doggone world. But they will take it out on the whole doggone world. That's unfortunate. Because instead of you dealing with the one or the few that hurt you, you're hurting everybody else who had nothing to do with it. And that's just unfortunate. Unfortunate. Well, Delilah, I am going to shut her down because it is, oh gosh, it's almost 9 o'clock my time. I think I'm going to go to bed. I think I'm going to call it. But I have enjoyed chatting with you, Miss Delilah. I wish you all the best, young lady. You have a great head on your shoulders. Um, just steer the course. When do you stream? It's just a question because unfortunately, I just whenever I come on, I don't know. I think maybe I will do it on Saturdays. I don't know. If you subscribe to the channel, you might get a notice. I think that's how it works. I don't know. But again, I have enjoyed chatting with you. I want to go to sleep too. But I have enjoyed talking to you. You give me hope um, that the younger generation, y'all gonna be all right. It's gonna be rough though. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat stuff. But if there's more young people out there like you, y'all gonna be all right. I do believe that. So with that, Mr. Lila, I wish you all the best, young lady. Have a good night rest. And if we don't chat again before the new year, Happy New Year, young lady. I really did enjoy talking with you. Alrighty. Thank you. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Bye bye, Mr. Lila. I'm getting ready to end it. Have a good one. All the best.